I thought I'd do a review of the Epiphone Casino 1961 reissue 50th anniversary. One of the main features of the Epiphone Casino 1961 reissue is its metal plate badge. I'm not sure if it's a true replica or a close representation of the original. Very Art Deco in styling. I guess it's something that you will like or not. Looking at the back of the headstock, you can see the glue joints. One piece for the headstock itself, and 3 pieces for the shaft of the neck. Looking from the side, the join runs parallel to the fretboard. Now, if the guitar had been blacked out, you would not have seen any of the joins. However, these joins are still worth noting. There are 3 stickers on the back of the headstock. One circular that reads Inspection Card QC, one oval that reads Handcrafted in China, one rectangular with a Do Not Throw in Trash Can graphic. I'm not sure why they put this graphic on the guitar. It must be for legal reasons. There is also stamping on the back of the machine heads. They read Wilkinson Deluxe. One thing that bugs me about the machine heads on a Gibson or Epiphone is that you can only get a max 2.5 windings on the 6th string. And to get those 2.5 windings, you need to be very accurate when cutting the string. Also note that the nut has a high action for an electric guitar. If you're used to using an acoustical steel string guitar, or always use a capo, then this isn't an issue. But if you have a soft touch, it would need to be adjusted and may cost an extra fee depending on where you purchase the guitar. The frets are medium in size and the neck is a slim profile, but not ultra slim. There's still some girth to be found past the 7th fret. Now the dotted fretboard markers are plastic. I think the Epiphone website states that they are pearloid. I guess this is their fancy way of saying plastic. However, I do like the fact that they aren't a bright white plastic, and they are dots, so they don't take up much real estate on the rosewood fretboard. Looking further down the neck, I noticed that either binding glue or finishing had spilled onto the rosewood fretboard. This can easily be corrected with some sandpaper. At the heart of the Casino's tone are the dog-eared P90 pickups. When both pickups are on, they act as humbuckers. This is something that a P90 purist would probably hate, but for me, it came as a welcome surprise. If you're wondering if this hollow body guitar gives a lot of feedback, well, let me tell you this. I had my guitar amp about 6 feet away from me and turned up so loud it was drowning out my unamped vocals. It wasn't until I stopped playing that the strings slowly began to self-oscillate into feedback. Dampening the strings quickly resolved the problem. I'd also like to point out that the guitar has good sustain, similar to that of a Gibson Les Paul. The bridge is a standard tune-o-matic with the saddles of the first 3 strings turned one way and the saddles of the 4th to 6th string turned in the opposite direction. Just behind the bridge, inside the body, there's a small wooden block to help support the archtop. A quick glance at the strap pins. A nice detail to see here. The volume and toe knobs are top hats with dog-tooth metal control markers. This is a very custom shop type detail. Note that the markers do not line up very well. In this photo, all the knobs are turned up full. If you are looking to purchase one of these guitars used, make sure that the metal markers are still on the guitar. I have a feeling that they will be removed and used to help spruce up low-grade Les Pauls to make them look more custom shop. Looking down at the F-holes, I noticed how rough cut they are. I'm surprised that they didn't use a good template and router to cut out the holes. They probably used a scroll or jigsaw with a dull blade. Now the website also says that the body is constructed of 5-ply birch and maple, but I can only see 3 layers of wood here. Looking down into one of the F-holes, you can see a blue label that reads Epiphone Inc., Nashville, Tennessee, guaranteed void if number is defaced. Style E230TD, Epiphone Casino, NO, then the serial number. No other sticker can be found here. If the Crafted in China sticker ever fell off or was removed from the back of the headstock, you might think that this guitar was made in the US, but don't be fooled, it's made in China. Looking at the body to neck joint, you can see an additional piece of mahogany glued on to help round out the heel of the neck. If I zoom in here on this area, you can see where the wood stain doesn't quite butt up against the plastic binding. Also included with the Casino 1961 reissue is a gray with blue interior hardshell case. I've never seen case latches quite like this. They have a tongue and hole to help hold them in place. Now the lift tab for the case compartment is made up of a cheap feeling plastic, almost like electrical tape with a nylon mesh backing. If you look at the photo here where I'm running the tips of my fingers along the padding, you can feel the glue used on the bottom and side walls of the case. Considering the price, overall, a solid case and a whole lot better than a gig bag. Also included in the case compartment is 2 moisture-absorbing packets and 3 Ziploc bags. They contain a poorly folded poster, owner's manual, warranty card, certificate of authenticity, a case key, an Allen key, and a short 1/4-inch phono cable that doesn't say Gibson or Epiphone on it. Here's a quick shot of the poster, sides A and B. Now the certificate of authenticity comes in a dessert-sized menu folder. Both the serial number and the X number of 1961 is written in ballpoint pen. The Jim Rosenberger signature is a digital print. So will the Epiphone Casino 1961 reissue become a collectible? Probably not in your or my lifetime, for the simple fact that the workmanship is not there, and more importantly, there's a high number of them being issued. 1961 is a lot of guitars in the collectible world. So there you have it. Hopefully this helped out someone.